Hello, Second Step leaders. At Committee for Children, we're dedicated to creating programs and learning materials that help every student thrive, academically, socially, and emotionally. As an implementation specialist, it's my job to think about the adults, the supports that they need in order to build an effective and sustainable program. Today, I'm going to introduce you to the K-5 Implementation Snapshot, a linear look at a building-level second step implementation. In talking with building leaders, so principals, assistant principals, counselors, and other SEL team leaders, we were hearing a lot of the same questions. How do I get started? What should I be doing at different points of the school year? And how can I make sure that I'm implementing second step successfully? We realized that there was a real need to map out a school's first year of second step implementation chronologically. This linear view can help orient school leaders to their important tasks by season and help align a whole school's expectations. Taking on any new initiative can be daunting, especially something that's as expansive as a social-emotional learning curriculum. But by breaking down each task by season and by role, it helps to make the whole process feel more manageable. Let's take a look. The K-5 Implementation Snapshot is designed to help building leaders plan for and envision their school's first year of implementation. It is not a rulebook, but rather a template that can be adjusted and built upon. If your school is focusing on the core second step SEL lessons this year, that's okay. If you're adding in our bullying prevention and child protection units, that's okay too. We've built this resource to be adapted in whichever way best fits your school. This tool was created for building leaders, those planning an implementation across multiple grades and classrooms. It's here to help you start your school-wide implementation off on the right foot. Systemic planning before the school year begins helps to ensure a strong start for SEL implementation, leading to positive impact for your school in the long run. A quick note, this snapshot is not intended to be given to teachers as a to-do list for the school year. Teacher training and classroom implementation supports are included in the program materials. This tool is for you, the building leadership. The Implementation Snapshot breaks down implementation tasks and goals by season: summer, back to school, fall, winter, and spring. Suggested tasks are also broken down laterally by role within the school community. Let's start by exploring the leadership category. For this tool, leadership refers to anyone charged with supporting second step school-wide: the principal, a school counselor, SEL champion, program evaluator, or other school administrator. In this role, your responsibilities focus on motivating, preparing, and supporting staff for implementation with fidelity. Some examples of your leadership activities include scheduling trainings, setting expectations, and facilitating brief second step program activities to engage all staff. Many of your resources will be located in the PTK, the Principal Toolkit. You can find a key for our most used acronyms at the bottom of the snapshot document. The Principal Toolkit is both a physical and a digital resource. The PTK binder includes core content and an activation code that gives access to additional online resources for school-wide support. The K-5 PTK is a supplemental product that can be purchased separately or as part of a multi-grade bundle. If you don't have the Principal Toolkit, we encourage you to select the other elements of the snapshot that are most appropriate for your school. You might notice that some of the tasks are highlighted in teal. The teal arrows indicate an ongoing task. Maybe as a building leader or teacher, you'll begin a task at the start of the school year, but this arrow means you'll continue it through the spring. Next, we have the all staff category, which includes leadership, teachers, front office staff, lunch aides, custodians, specialty teachers, every staff member. If all adults in the building are comfortable and familiar with the same language and expectations, all adults will be able to support student behaviors and questions with one consistent message, thus contributing to a safe, predictable school culture and climate for everyone. This helps reinforce student learning and uplifts the staff to exhibit the same caring, pro-social behaviors they're expecting from students. If your school is implementing the bullying prevention unit or child protection unit in addition to core second step SEL lessons, it's essential to include all building staff in the adult training before teaching lessons to students. Because you never know who a child may choose as a trusted confidant, every adult in the building should be trained and feel prepared to handle a bullying report or a disclosure of abuse. Again, if you're not currently using the BPU or CPU in your school, you can disregard these suggested tasks. Let's explore the Classroom Implementer category next. Second step lessons are designed to be teacher-delivered, though in some circumstances, lessons are delivered in partnership with other roles, such as the school counselor. This category helps SEL leaders set milestones and expectations for classroom implementers throughout the year. The weekly student lesson section of the snapshot offers a suggested overall unit pacing guide for the year, including BPU and CPU. One question we often get is about when to insert the BPU or CPU lessons into the school year schedule. This really depends on what is best for your school and your teachers. A weekly pacing guide that all teachers can follow throughout the year is a great way to make sure that everyone is on track within the same unit or general lesson. That being said, we recommend that BPU lessons are taught in coordination with National Bullying Prevention Month in October. Committee for Children and many other education advocates release a wide array of dedicated bullying prevention resources during this time of year. Keep in mind that adult training is a prerequisite before teaching the BPU or CPU student lessons. For CPU, we recommend training staff in the winter and teaching the lessons in the spring. Given the sensitive nature of conversations about child protection, waiting until later in the year gives teachers an opportunity to build trust with their students and a sense of safe community in their classrooms. Regardless of when you decide to add the BPU and CPU lessons to your second step schedule, program implementation guidelines suggest that those units be taught after completing the first core SEL unit of the year, Skills for Learning. That way, students are oriented to program expectations and can better understand how to be successful in the classroom. However, we understand that this needs to be adjusted according to what best fits your lesson planning and schedule. Finally, we have a section dedicated to engaging families, with resources available throughout the year for parent learning and community input. These resources can be found on the Second Step website. It's important to remember that the primary goal for a school's first year of implementation is highlighted in the lower left-hand corner. Teach all the lessons in order, one per week. Even with all of the other information provided here, remember that this is the main tenet for a first-year implementation. If you're able to teach all of the lessons weekly in order in your first year, you're doing really well. In your second year using Second Step, you can build your implementation to include more daily practice activities, school-wide reinforcement, and integration of SEL concepts into academic lessons. For now, use the implementation snapshot in the way that best suits your school and your students' needs. We hope you find it helpful. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any specific questions or concerns. You can always contact the Second Step Client Support Team at 800-634-4449, extension 1, or by email at support@secondstep.org if you have any questions. Thank you.